Okay, let's start. So, una mo tayo sa kailangan nyo. That's going to be 1.25 millimeter wires. 1.5 meter is fine. Crocodile clip and wire cutter, long nose, yeah, and screwdrivers. A set of screwdriver. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is remove the screws. So, sa iba't ibang klaseng UPS, the screws may be placed in different places, and you may need even smaller screwdrivers because some of the holes are just really small. So yeah, just choose a smaller screwdriver if ever. So check everything before you remove the case. Make sure that all the screwdrivers were loosened or removed. Okay, so ginamit namin UPS here. It's kind of old design. So many of the UPSs right now, yung board is already attached to um, the case, so it's easier to actually remove the battery. But in this case, it's it's open. So what you have to be careful here with is you have to make sure that you don't touch the boards. It could electrocute you, so nakakakuryente siya or something. You just have to be careful. Hindi naman masyado, just to make sure, you know. Okay, just for the safe side. And if you need to wear a glove, that's also just fine. Yan. And hindi naman to nakasaksak eh. You have to make sure na hindi siya nakasaksak before you do all of these things. And well, there's still a battery, so there's still a source of energy there. But that's it. Okay, now let's remove the battery. So, itong model ng UPS na gamit namin is medyo mahirap tanggalin yung battery, but for other models, it's a lot easier. So, yeah, this one's just a little bit harder. But for other ones, it's much, much easier. Okay, there you go. Okay, now this one is a sharp thingy. Yeah, okay, we use that to loosen the grip. You can actually use your long nose here and just forcibly remove it. But in this case, para mas madali siya sa akin, bunutin. Yun. Diba? Mas maluwang siya. That's why I loosen it that way. But pwede naman siyang ano din, i-loosen using the I mean not loosen but really just ano, bunutin nyo lang siya gamit yung long nose. Pero yun nga, pag yeah, I guess that's also just fine. Okay. Okay, so after you remove it, set aside nyo lang yung battery. Hindi naman siya kakailanganin dyan, but you can use it for other purposes. Okay, so yung ginamit kong clamp dito is medyo maliit. You can actually buy a bigger, not really bigger, but maybe thicker one. Okay, so as I said, this is a 1.25 millimeter wire and 1.5 meters long. Um, Well, you can have longer, depende sa kailangan niyo kung gaano kalayo or just choose that. But the size of the wire, yung 1.25, that's already proven in my case because I already have set this up for like more than 50 times with other ESL teachers. So yeah, um, you cannot choose smaller kasi if mas maliit yung wire na gagamitin mo, it's going to heat up and maaari masunog yung wire and can cause fire. So, you know, um, if you also choose something bigger, if something goes wrong, yung UPS mo naman yung masisira because the wire, the energy that's flowing to the wire is just too much. That's why yung 1.25 millimeters na on a wire, that's already proven. I've been using that for 5-6 years already, and yeah, it's good. Okay, so what you need to do here is just peel off mo lang yung wires. Make sure na walang masyadong putol because if you cut a lot of strands dun sa wire, it's also not good. You have to make sure na it's um, walang masyadong putol na strands. Okay, next is you have to be really careful in choosing. I mean, it's color coded, right? So negative is black, always black, and positive is red, always red. So you don't get confused. Okay. So here black to, so that means this is negative. And you have to be careful kasi for example, magkadikit kasi yung wire na yan, dalawang wire, and you might be mistaken in, you know, putting one um, one end in the wrong side and the other end to the different side. Kailangan, kung negative yung one end, the other end should always be negative din. Kung positive yung other end, then positive din yung isang end din. That's what you have to be careful about. Another thing that you have to be careful about here is also kailangan mahigpit. Yung pagkakaano mo. If you look at this one, yung sa hinigpitan ko siya gamit yung long nose because tawag dito. Pinaka-common na problema dito sa na parang feeling ng iba hindi siya gumagana is because of the loose contact. Pag nag-loose contact siya, usually hindi siya nagfa-function, hindi siya nagta-turn on, or hindi nagagamit yung setup. So yun, that's one of the common problems. And another one, kaya ko siya, yan, tingnan mo, if the red and the black colors ng clamps, you have to be very careful na hindi sila ma-interchange because once you do that, kahit isang beses lang and then you accidentally turned on your UPS, masisira yung UPS mo and that's it. So we also use this setup 24/7 para sa internet namin and that's, it's working fine. Wala namang nagiging problema. So if you notice, talagang careful ako with the wire, making sure na if I am, using positive clamps sa kabilang dulo, then I should also put it in a positive wire dito sa UPS. And as I mentioned, you have to be careful that kailangan mahigpit yung pagkakalagay mo because if it's not, then magkaka-lose contact ka and then it's either your UPS will not turn on or turn on man siya kasi nakasaksak siya pag nag-brown out, pag nag-power outage, hindi nagpa-function yung battery. So that could happen and that's going to be a problem with your work. Pero dito sa UPS, wala namang problema kung lose contact. Kailangan mo na siyang higpitan. Okay. You have to make sure na yung other end of I mean, yung isang wire is on the other side. Or, depende naman kung paano mo siya i-set up. Kung mas madali sa yung ilagay yung case after that. Anyway, that's just it. You know, um, kailangan lang talaga mahigpit. Kailangan mailagay mo siya ng maayos. And if you notice, hindi ko gumagamit dito ng electrical tape. I suggest that you do. Kasi ito may ano siya, may sarili siyang cover. So it's fine. But if you don't have the cover tulad yan, then I suggest you use an electrical tape. As a matter of fact, you should always use an electrical tape just to make sure. Then balik lahat ng screws. Before you return the case, yung cover, kailangan mo yun muna sa i-test para hindi mo kayo mahirapan. Okay, so ilagay nyo lang yung clamp sa tamang side, positive and negative. May mga sign yung battery. Look at the sign. Positive is red, negative is black. And then turn on the UPS. You have to be careful this time kasi may kuryente na siya coming from your wall socket. So, yeah. Okay, and there you go. So it's turning on. Yan. If you notice, may blink na siya na red. That's it. It's good. Thank you.